Hello there, beautiful people, and welcome back to Building with David. And today I have a very special project. Let me actually not leave Sid here because he's gonna wander off. Let me put him onto this fence. By the way, I almost forgot. I made a Discord server, so if you'd like to join, I'll leave a link in the description below. I have a very important plan to do today. I have been using a bunch of this beautiful copper in both the grates, the doors, and a bunch of different stuff as well. But I have no way of waxing it because I do not have a bee farm. It is a essential farm that you should have in your world, but I have not found the time to make it until now. And with this episode, I want to start my new project. I want to make a city in a old sort of towny style. I don't know how it's called in reality, but it's fine. You'll see the idea and the design when I finish the build. And I want to build it pretty close because it's not that different from this style that I can maybe justify this being a village on the outskirts of the city. But yeah, it's going to be over this giant hole which I have actually been using to get my stone and cobblestone. And this is where I plan to build the city basically, and I can branch off into different directions if I need to. But yeah, so today we're going to build ourselves a honey store, or like a sweets store in general, but mostly honey, with full interior and everything else. Now, for that, we're gonna need bees. And in terms of bees, I don't think I'm doing so well. I mean, if I recall correctly, I have 2 beehives with a total of 3 bees, and that is not ideal. So I'm either gonna have to breed them or find a bunch of bees and beehives. So I think I'm gonna choose the second variant because that's gonna be much easier than what I want. But I think we will have to be breeding them at least a bit, because even if I get beehives, they're not all gonna be with 3 bees, so I'm gonna have to breed them. But I think before that I need to get myself at least the minimum bee nest amount so that I don't have to breed for ages to get myself what is essentially, I think, 24 bees in total. And I think you know what that calls for: an adventure montage. Okay, before we get to the farm stuff, I want to show you what I like to call a David moment. Okay, so after that little mishap of all my bees dying, I have actually gotten them to be safe here. I did not get stung by them. My cousin brought it to my attention that if a bee stings you, it dies, which I knew in real life, but I didn't think that was implemented in Minecraft. That was really weird about that. I don't know how I didn't know that, but in my defense, I haven't worked with bees in the past. I never got to making stuff like this. But yeah, now I need to breed 24 bees because I do not want to sit there searching for beehives at all. So yeah, I'm gonna be here for quite a while, but it's gonna be worth it. And there we are. I got 3 bees in each of these 4, or not 4, that's not 4. I got 3 bees in each of these 8 nests. Yes, I can count to 10, that is not false information. And so what remains to do now is I need to get all the materials for the farm, because before getting everything for the house, I want to have the farm running for a little bit of time so I can get some honeycombs going. So yeah, let's see what redstoning I need to do, because I am no redstoner. And luck has it that I didn't even have to go far to get everything I needed for the farm. I already had everything set up right here inside my storage room, so that was amazing, really fast. And now, let's get to building the farm. And there it is. Well, it looks incredibly ugly right now, but it's fine because it's all gonna be covered at some point by a city. Not right now, probably not at the end of this episode either, but at some point there's gonna be a city around here which is gonna look absolutely beautiful. But let me show you the production of this farm. I have already AFK'd a bit. This is not part of the farm actually. It's just my little AFK place that I made for myself. You can't even hear the bees. Let's get this patched up. There's gonna be a way to enter this through the building, but right now I just need to fly in. Oops, missed. And there we go. Okay, I landed it. So far it has made us quite a bit of honeycomb, honestly. 4 stacks and 23 honeycomb. Only 1 honey bottle. I think this is the only dispenser that has honey bottles. So there's not really a great production of honey bottles. But it's not really what I want. Most of what I want is the honeycomb. Oops, I don't need to get that in there. So, I actually didn't even clear my inventory after building it. Production is pretty good. This was like a total of 2.5 hours, I would say, of AFKing, so that's really, really good. And now what I want to do is get myself some of these honeycombs and wax the copper that is in my village so far, because let me tell you, it has annoyed me so much to have to axe every single door or grate every single time I want to change its color. So let's get waxing. Now with that door waxed, every single copper thing in my village, I think at least, if I didn't miss something. Let me think for a second. No, I don't think I missed anything. So everything that is made out of copper in my village is now successfully waxed, I think. Let me see if I waxed these. Nope, I did. There we go, see? I remembered something. So everything is now waxed, and they're not gonna become blue ever again. Of course, I decided to keep those as the brown windows because that's how I had the original plan, and I think it fits a bit better with the whole village theme. But of course, we're gonna have to use a bunch of different copper colors in the future for different builds, and for that, I think I'm gonna want to find a whatever it's called, the 1.21 structure thing. I forgot what it's called. Trial chamber, I think, which has a bunch of copper to get myself enough copper to actually use in a greater scale on builds. But yeah. The next step is, of course, making the actual build. And for that, I'm gonna need... Oh, actually, let me not spoil you the whole build. But I will show you what is happening. Why isn't it working? There it is. Now it should be working. There we go. I'm gonna need a bunch of different materials. So this is gonna take quite a while for me to gather. I got the bright idea to use gold ore for this build, and not just any gold ore like the deep slate ore that is pretty easy to find. No, I decided to use gold ore, like the normal one, the stone one, because it works well with the palette. You'll see when the build is ready. That's beyond the point. But I don't want to just sit around and mine for ages to find normal gold ore. I want to go to the Badlands because gold ore is very, very common there. Now the only problem with that is the only Badlands in my world is more than 20,000 blocks away. So yeah, I'm not gonna fly 20,000 blocks. And so I decided that I'm gonna actually break the nether roof today, so I can get my portal set up to travel faster between all the places I need to get that are, you know, further than, I don't know, 2,000 blocks away. Everything that I need. I only have 7 TNT. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's gonna be enough. But yeah, let's go break the nether roof. And here it is. We found ourselves the 127 block that is needed to get through the nether roof. Now, if I remember correctly, I just need to spam this. There we go. Okay, first try. Okay, we're just gonna ignore the fact that I died, and this is my last try. Now I have a protection for chestplate, so hopefully I do not die to the explosion like a complete idiot. Maybe just half idiot at this point, but hopefully this time I get it right. Yeah, so flick the lever, get it under the trapdoor, and place the piston. Come on, this is possible. Okay, no way. Finally, come on, please. Yes! I died 2 frickin' times to this stupid contraption. Let's bind back my use block. Okay. You can tell how good I am at this game. I literally died 2 times trying to break 1 bedrock block. That says a lot, actually. With most of the blocks I need now gathered, I think it's time to start building. I might have maybe perhaps
forgotten to record me building the actual honey store. But to make up for it, I can show you some B-roll of the finished product.
And now if we take the corner, we get to see the beautiful honey shop. Now, you might notice that this part is kind of untextured. That's because I'm going to stick another building there at some point, so I didn't feel like putting in the time to get more resources to texture a part that's not even going to be visible. But yeah, also the sun's going down, so I need to sleep. Okay, now it's morning again, so I can actually tour you this nice little build that we have going here. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. It's a very different style from what I usually do with all of these, like, you know, towny bits and bobs that make it feel like, you know, it's part of a town. It's not yet part of a town. It's not even connected to the ground. There's currently no way of getting up there. But that's going to change in the future episodes. I'm definitely going to work on a path and some terrain. But I don't really know what part of the village this, or of this city, town, whatever it is, this is going to be. Because this is kind of, you know, made in a circle right there, like kind of a town center, which we could go around with a couple more buildings and then branch out. But then I don't know how to connect it with this, because like maybe I guess I can have it sort of be, I don't know, a gradual integration. Like this is the outskirt of the city or of the town, and this is like the first building before you get into town, because it's already more, you know, towny feeling than the medieval builds or medieval-ish village builds we have here. But yeah, let's go check out the build. It's on this little, I don't even know how to call it, stony area. It's very inspired by Hefty Builds. I highly recommend checking their channel out. Very nice builder and a very cool survival world. But yeah, I really like the texturing. I really like the texturing I did on the roof with all of the brown tones and the gradients with little, what's happening, with little highlights of blue in there with light blue terracotta. And a bunch of the texturing, it might be a little bit overdue, but for now I think I'm going to keep it like this. It could always change in the future if I feel like I overdid it with all the different blocks that I used and stuff. But yeah, the little golden details, you know, kind of go with the whole honey thing, as well as the yellow awnings on the windows. I really like that powered rail detail, which is completely survival friendly, by the way. You just have to place a rail behind it, and then you can place this, break the rails behind, and they're gonna stay like that. The entrance is also pretty cool with a bunch of little yellow blocks. There are a bit of light and shadow, not too much. And then this side tower, which is an excuse for me to have a little bit more interior area, but it's fine. So let's check out that interior. If we come right in here, we're met by a red rug. I really didn't know what to put on the walls, so I kind of just put some paintings, but they look fine. Here's the little storage area. We have some chests, barrels, and a little bit of firewood. Because this is actually, you know, a little brewery inside, or like a honey shop, I guess you could say. There's honey bottles or some kind of tea with honey brewing up in there as treats. We have different honey things which should be seen through this window as like presentable, but it's a bit too deep to actually notice them. It's fine. It's fine. It was my first time using this kind of style or building in this kind of style, and honestly, I really like it. It's just I need to get used to it and get down some more detail elements that I want to use. Just a couple of different blocks to, you know, illustrate a little kitchen-y area thing, some little bar stools or tables, smaller tables like standing tables, and another painting. But now we can go down here and check out the amazing bees. Look at all of them. This farm produces quite a bit of honeycomb. This really didn't take long to produce, and I have a stack or more, I think, in my chests back in the storage area. But yeah, this produces quite a bit of honey, and I'm really happy with it. We're going to use it all to wax everything that we need for the copper and stuff. But yeah, that's about it for the interior. Did I miss anything? Yeah, we have some candles there, because, you know, you use this for candles as well. Maybe I can put some candles here to sort of show how they showcase your products. Be candle wax. But yeah, this is looking amazing. And now I think to finish off today's video, this might be a shorter one actually, a shorter video, but I really want to get this baseline for the whole style of the town before I do anything more. I think a tree would go very nicely over here, so that is what we're gonna have to do. Let's get building. Boom, and so the tree is now also finished, and let me show you. There we go. It's actually just a reused tree, and I made its trunk a bit longer, and I made it out of birch to sort of make a different looking tree, which I think looks different enough from those ones, because those are pretty short trees, and this one's a bit taller, and yeah, with the yellowish trunk as well. Then different details I made. This is a, oops, I forgot the birch trap, or the bamboo trapdoor right there. This is supposed to be a trash can with some trash littered around it. Then we have the little benches that I made out of like bricks and stuff, like red benches. I really like the firefly particles, they're so cool. This is sort of like a flower bed underneath the, or next to the tree, to, you know, make it look more intentionally placed and not just coming out of the concrete. But yeah, I think this pretty much completes this whole area, if I'm honest with you. And yeah, I don't know what much else to do. Next episode, I think we're definitely gonna make ourselves the pathway connecting up to the older village. I'll figure out some way. And we might even branch off. I need a super smelter. I need a couple of things, honestly. But yeah, this is looking pretty amazing. I love the combination of colors with the yellow, the slight hints of pink with the cherry planks. It's getting nice. It's getting dark again. But yeah, we also have these little chill benches. We're gonna have different shops around here to look at while we sit on the benches. And yeah, this is gonna be a really nice town, really different style from what I usually do, and it's gonna be fresh, and it'll keep me excited to play this game and build for all of you guys. So yeah, I think that's kind of it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all of the support on every video. And yeah, I'm really excited to see the future of this channel. This summer is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm going to try and make as many videos as I can. And yeah, with that, I'll see you on the next one.